Okay, there's three things that's very critical for me, and I hear from mostly seniors, because I am a senior also, is that when you shut off the grid last year...
Excuse me, ma'am. Shh.
When you shut off the grid last year, you did not give sufficient notification for those that do not have internet, do not get online. You didn't take care of the seniors. The county, when I called PG&E, they had no plan in place on where any senior could go for heat exhaustion. I went up to the hospital and I couldn't even get into the parking lot. And most of the seniors could not get in. So it's not only our responsibility to take care of ourselves, but the county should have a plan in place. It should be advertised and it should be distributed to all the senior centers and all of the public places like Safeway or whatever. Okay, when we had the power outage in October, you ran the hospitals, you ran Walmart, you ran all the restaurants, but you left all the seniors out in Burns Valley and everybody else without nothing. And we go through heat exhaustion. I had a CPAP machine I had to hook up into my car and sleep in my car with the dog for 2 days. Now I was smart, I always keep my tank full, and I have good mileage on my vehicle so I could keep my car running for 2 days. You're talking about 4 or 5 days, you're talking about people, you put a tag on someone's knob and that releases you of responsibility? No, it does not. Okay, you need to physically have the fire and police coming out, so if you got someone who's not responding, that's on your list, then they need to come out and find out if that person is going through heat exhaustion and can't get out the door. There should be, there's got to be plans in place for the whole structure. And on the PS, I'm sorry, but you took the power from the people who had the least resources to help themselves. Most of them were handicapped, most of them were on oxygens, and they needed power for their oxygen machines, and they couldn't even get into the hospitals to plug in. And the hospital did not even have any plans in place for alternative power choices. So unless you want to really get sued and have people dying the other way, you're going to get it. And you're going to be responsible because you can't just shut off the power to people without a plan in place on how to deal with those needs. And I'm sorry, a lot of people do not have the money to put out for a generator or a solar system. So you're going to have to find cooling centers or centers that could be opened up for them to sit down and crash out and live if they have to for a couple of days so they don't go into heat stroke and die. And then you're going to have also the needs of portable showering, portable needs, and medication is a big one for a lot of seniors. And until you start having all of your ducks in a row, you have no right to shut off on a PSPS and come up with a plan that's going to save your butt financially, but leave everybody else hanging. And I'm sorry, but you really need to get with the cities, the counties, everybody. For 50 years, PG&E has not done the vegetation and the equipment turnouts that they're supposed to do. And now we're supposed to pay the price for it with our life? I don't think so. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comments and feedback. I'm taking notes to take back to our team. So some of those comments there's people working on them, especially this year. 2 weeks ago when we did the PSPS for 20,000 customers outside of Lake County, they were able to set up what we are calling community resource centers. So it's a place where it's something like this where people can come to. There's water, some snacks. It's fully staffed by PG&E employees, and you're able to check in and get information on the actual outage. And those are things we're currently working on with different parts of your county. And just to let the community know, my main role is government relations, and we've been having the PSPS conversations since June 18th of 2018, because that's when I started working for PG&E, and that's what we started doing. And we had already been doing that. The reason why we're here today is because we were at a couple presentations with Chief Wink and Chief Comiskey, and they wanted us to do a presentation for the community and the residents.
Considering how many people are in this area, look at how many people people actually showed up because they had connections. But look at the numbers. How many people do not have those connections?
Right, ma'am.
The
And
people that need the most needs are not here today. They don't have the internet. A lot of them don't have phones. A lot of them don't have the money for the generators. They don't have the money or the camping equipment to take care of themselves. And the counties and cities have got to have a backup plan before you do kind of stuff like that. You don't put the cart in front of the horse.
Ma'am, if I could address that, the county is working on this. But I understand, but we're trying. This is new to everybody. This is